Student, let's begin our explanation. And yesterday I stopped that what is called gravity and how Isaac Newton came to know about the gravity, and he had found that everything pulls all other things to itself by a force called gravity, and whatever things that is pulled towards the earth, and that is only known as gravity. And because of the gravity only, that makes an apple fall down towards the ground and not float away in any other direction because of the gravity. And suppose if we throw a stone upside, then the stone will go a little bit upward, but again it will come back towards the ground, and this is because of the gravity. Student, now you have clear with the gravity. Isaac explained that it was gravity which made the earth and comets go around the sun, and Isaac gave the explanation that because of the gravity, or the gravity has made the earth and comets go round the sun. For a long time, people did not believe him and they scoffed at his theory. And people used to did not believe him, whatever he used to tell the people. And they used to talk about something in a way that made it clear that one thought the person thing was stupid or ridiculous. And people were sure that the theories, those were given by Isaac Newton, were stupid and ridiculous. Then a comet appeared, just as Edmund Halley had predicted. And as Edmund Halley had predicted means you know only told beforehand that what will happen in future, and that is only called predicted, told in advance. And what happened? A comet had appeared, and as he predicted it, and like that only it occurred. And what is comet? You have to know that. What is comet? A comet is a mass of ice and dust that moves around the sun and looks like a star with a tail. And comet is a mass of ice and dust that used to move around the sun, and that comet used to look like a star with a tail. Halley had predicted the appearance of the comet using Isaac theories, and by using Isaac theories only, Halley had predicted that in future a comet will appear, and by using Isaac theories only Halley had predicted. And this was enough to convince, and this was enough to make people sure that whatever Isaac said long before was right all along. Means the thing that was spoken by Isaac earlier were all true. This is a miracle. Halley's comet has made its appearance exactly as predicted. And miracle means only, means which you never thought, means suddenly a thing happened, means which you might have not have, and that is only miracle. And they are thinking that now this is a miracle. Halley's comet has made its appearance. Exactly, it was predicted. One day, what happened? You see, students, you have seen, I think, prism. And one day, Isaac also bought a prism from the village fair. And fair means, only, student, where you suppose you are going to fair to play or to buy different things. And he also bought a prism from the village fair. And you have seen prism, and it is in the picture also, that the picture of prism was given, and it is a pyramid shaped object that is made of glass. And student, you can see the picture. In the picture that the pyramid is shown. And does this mean that sunlight has many colors hidden in it? I have to find out. Now, whenever the sunlight used to fall on the prism, and from the prism, many colors used to come out. And when he could see many colors coming out from the prism, then he wanted to find out that really that the sunlight has many colors or not. He wanted to do experiment. What a wonderful piece of triangular glass this is. And he was telling that it was a very wonderful piece of triangular glass. And at the same time, Isaac Newton was telling that he could see so many colors when the sun shines on it, when the sunlight used to fall on it, that from it many colors used to come out, and he could able to see many colors. To find the answer, Isaac had to do some experiment. Now, whether the sunlight has many colors or not, he had to do some experiments, and he would show the people, or he will make the people show that the sunlight has many colors, and therefore he wanted to do the experiment. Now what did he do, students? He first adjusted his blinds to get a very thin beam of sunlight. Now he might have taken a dark room where only a beam of light could enter, and he put the prism, and when the sunlight might be falling on it, he could see many colors, and different colors he could able to see: indigo, violet, blue, green, all the colors Isaac could able to see. Now what happened, you see, student? I'm going to let this thin beam of light hit the prism. Now he wanted to we have already came to know that a beam of light is entering, and he wanted to put the prism so that the beam of light would hit the prism, and as soon as the light would hit, as soon as the sunlight would hit to the prism, the light has broken up into so many wonderful colors. Isaac had discovered that sunlight, which looks white in color, is actually made up of many different colors. In fact, you can see this in nature too in a rainbow. Now, during the rainy season, student, you might have seen rainbow coming out, and you might have enjoyed also that so many colors which could be seen on the rainbow. And Isaac had discovered that sunlight which looks white in color means the sunlight which look white in color, that the sunlight which look white in color is not made up of only one color, but it is made up of many different colors. In fact, you can see this in nature too in a rainbow. And he was telling us, or he was telling to the people, if you'll see the rainbow, then only you can able to understand that the sunlight has many colors. Isaac Newton was one of the most influential scientists of his time. When asked for an assessment of his achievements, he replied, "I do not know what I may appear to the world." Now, during his time, Isaac Newton was one of the most famous scientists. And whenever anyone asked about the assessment of his achievements or the work those are done by Isaac Newton to give an assessment of his achievement, then what Isaac Newton used to reply? Student, he used to reply that I do not know what I may appear to the world, and he did not know that what he might appear to the world. Means what he had given to the world, he himself, he doesn't know. But to myself, I seem to have been only like a boy playing on the seesaw. But according to him, he was still like a boy who was playing on the seashore and enjoying the life. Now, student, you have seen only some of the boys are playing on the seashore without any tension, without any pain or sorrow. And here also, he was telling himself that what he had given to the world, he himself, he did not know, because he was like a boy who was playing on the seashore. And diverting myself now and then in finding a smooth pebble or prettier shell than ordinary. And now he wanted to divert himself and would find a smoother pebble. And pebble means, only small stones, small tiny small stones which are smoother or prettier shell than ordinary. And while great ocean of truth lay all undiscovered before me. Now, student, we have come to know only that what kind of boy was Isaac Newton. And Isaac Newton was a very shy and quiet boy, and he grew up in England, and he stayed with his mother on a farm. And he used to ask many questions to the teacher to clear his doubt. But the teacher used to get angry, and the teacher used to tell him to concentrate on learning what is given in the book. And what happened, you see? One day when there was a storm, and when his mother told him to shut the doors and windows, and after shutting the doors and windows, Isaac came out silently from his house, and at that time his mother was shouting him, Isaac, Isaac, where you have gone? And at the end, mother came out from her house, and he found that Isaac was jumping over the fence, and he was trying to show that 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 he was that he felt like that the wind is carrying him, and he studied very hard, and at the end, what happened, students? Already we discussed only. He became a professor of mathematics at Cambridge University. And when he became the professor of the Cambridge University, his school friends were surprised because they never thought that one day Isaac will become such a great man. And one day what happened, already we have discussed, then that when he was walking around his farm, then he saw that an apple fell from the tree, and he was thinking and thinking, and at the end he came to know that apples used to fall down and it is to not flat here and there because of the gravity. And people used to not believe him, and people used to think that he was taking them not in the true path. He was showing them wrong direction. But when the prediction that was made by Halley, and Edmund Halley also told that he from the Isaac theory only he could able to tell that the comet would appear, and as he predicted, and like that only the comet appeared, and at the end people believe him. And at the end he wanted to find out that the sunlight has only one color and it is look like white, but with the help of the prism he wanted to tell the people that the sunlight has various color, and at the end he was sure to show by doing experiment that the sunlight has really many colors. And as we have seen in the rainbow, different colors, in the same way, means from that only we can understand that the sunlight has different colors. Now student, I think that you understood the lesson. So whatever hard words are there, you please underline the hard words and you try to learn the spellings. Student, you see page number 67, there are some hard words and you underline it. In the first paragraph you see attention you underline, explain you underline, concentrate you underline. Now student, you see, turn the page number 68, terrible you underline, testing, exciting, diligently, professor, mathematics, Cambridge University. Now student, you see page number 69, you underline upwards, gravity, direction, explained, believe, scarfed, theories, predicted, appearance, convenes, Exactly. Student, turn the page number 70 you see. Prism, experiment, adjusted, discovered, actually, wonderful, influential, scientist, assessment, achievements, seashore, diverting, smoother, ordinary, discovered. I think, student, which words I told you might have underlined it. Now you see page number 67. We have to know the inventor and invention. Student, you match the following you do. Alexander Graham Bell, you underline or you join the word. He discovered or he invented telephone. Alfred Nobel, dynamite. George Eastman, Kodak camera. Thomas Edison, electric bulb. Alessandro Volta, battery. Sarah Mather, submarine telescope. Student, once I am repeating, you check it. Alexander Graham Bell, telephone. Alfred Nobel, dynamite. George Eastman, Kodak camera. Thomas Edison, electric bulb. Alessandro Volta, battery. Sarah Mather, submarine telescope. Now student, you see page number 72. Question number 1 you see page number 72. Here antonyms you have to do. First one is done for you. Separation, that is connection. Already it is marked. B you see enthusiastic, and its antonym will be indifferent. Enthusiastic, indifferent. C you see terrible, and answer will be remarkable. Number D you see comfortable, and the answer will be uneasy. Number E you see attention, and the answer will be neglect. Number F you see pleased, and the answer will be annoyed. Once more student, you check the answer. First one, separation, connection. Enthusiastic, indifferent. Terrible, remarkable. Comfortable, uneasy. Attention, neglect. Pleased, annoyed. Now student, you see question number 2. In question number 2, students, what you have to do? You have to tick the word or group of words that is the synonyms of the italics word or group of words. Now first one is what? Isaac's mother taught him a few things, but he was largely self-educated. Here self-educated means educated by one's own efforts. Answer will be educated by one's own effort. Now number B you see His desire to learn led him to start experimenting with prism. Here the italics word is experimenting, and the answer will be doing scientific test. You see next page, page number 73, you'll find number 4, that is the answer what? Doing scientific test. Now number C, you see, sometimes Isaac worked so intently that his knees had to remind him to sleep and eat. And here intently, synonyms of intently is seriously and attentively. So once more I am repeating the answer. Self-educated is educated by one's own effort. B, experimenting, doing scientific test. And C is intently, seriously and attentively. And student, you read the lesson twice or thrice you read and try to understand it properly. And student, you also try to think very properly how it is to become. Try to develop your thinking power, and you try to become a great man, because nobody knows whose future is what. Therefore, you should not have to laugh anybody. In your class, all students may not be good in studies, some are weak, but student, you don't neglect the weak student. You try to help them, because who knows in whose future who will become what. Therefore, a weak student may become something great, but a brilliant student may not become a great. And therefore, you try to help each other. And if your friend doesn't know the thing properly, you try to help him or her so that he could learn from you. And peer learning is very important, and always you try to help each other. So student, in next class I'm going to give you the question answer, and you be ready with your pen and paper, and only answers I'll give, and you try to write the answers, and you try to write the answers correctly, student, because it will not be possible for me to check. I think if I'll get time, I'll check the copies. So students, try to write the answer correctly. Okay, today's class I'm ending with this only. Thank you, students.